Hi, this is Aayush Sharma, and you're watching Bollywood Hungama.
All right, we have with us the man that everyone is talking about and everyone is keen to find out more about, Aayush Sharma. Pleasure having you first of all back on BollywoodHungama.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for having me.
I would say back because I've met you quite often in US during the entire Dabang tour, and because we just used to cursorily just used to meet each other over there. And how's the feeling? The promo is just out, and people are responding very positively to it. What is your first reaction?
Very nervous.
You did not sleep apparently the night before.
Yeah, no, I didn't. I didn't get any sleep. I'm very nervous. I was very nervous. Was wondering how it's going to be. If people want to like it or they're not going to like it. And what is going to be the response? Touch with the teaser had a good response. So the pressure on trailer was even more. That we wanted the trailer to even work better. So we were thinking, contemplating, and just wondering. And also that that first time facing the media like that, it's a task. One-to-ones are much more easier. Suddenly I was like, okay, will I be able to perform? Will I be able to talk? What if I fumble?
Right.
And my biggest fear was, what if I enter the stage and I fall? So that's the reason why there was too many things happening. But yeah, I'm happy. I'm excited that people have given such a good response. People are finding it colorful. What we wanted to show people in the first glimpse of the film was that it's a very entertaining film. It's a family film. It's an entertaining film. After a long time, it's a very simple film. That has come across, and now I can't wait for the rest of the promotions to unfold.
Right. In fact, Salman sir said that apparently करीबन 9 scripts आपको सुनाई गई थी और आपको पसंद नहीं आई, and then finally you just zeroed in on Loveratri because you could see yourself in that. So what exactly was it that you were not able to just say okay to any of those scripts? Anyone, if Salman Khan, I think if he comes up with a script for anyone, people would just even faint at that idea itself.
No, actually, I always had an idea of how I want to debut. Like, I understand my strong points and I also know my weaknesses. Having said that, I knew that there are certain films are very suitable for him. He can pull it off. He being such a big star and such an experienced actor can play it. I wanted a script that would excite me. I didn't want to do a film that suddenly I go like, okay, and so many people have done this film. This is just a remake of this film, or this is somebody has done it, or sometimes it's the same film in the same backdrop also. So I was like, I want something that's more exciting, that's more interesting. Garba was very interesting for me. The whole idea.
Garba teacher, you are a Garba teacher.
Yeah, learning Garba, doing a film around Garba. I think that was very interesting because for a very long time, I've not seen somebody actually make a film on Gujarat and film about this festival. And there's been a long time that there's not a film that has this kind of colors, this kind of festivity, this kind of humor, which is very interesting in Loveratri is that I am not the hero. I am a character of the film. And there are other characters of the film that are also going to be like very important in the film. Once the film unfolds, you realize that everybody is playing a very important part. It's not that he's this one guy who does it all, who knows how to dance, who can do action. He can do everything. I didn't want to do that in my first film. I wanted to just play a honest character. That when people come out, they see the the honesty of the film and they understand what it is, and that's what Loveratri made me feel. It was exciting, it was endearing, and also there's a lot of dance, which it's something everybody wants to into Bollywood wants to dance.
Right. Okay. And now apparently there's some groups who have certain issues with the title of the film Loveratri because they're just I think equating it with Navratri, and I think certain posters of Race 3 they were torn apart. Any apprehensions about that, and is that sorted?
Sir, I honestly hope that after watching the trailer they realize that there's nothing that can offend anybody.
आजकल तो कैसे भी offend हो जाते हैं ना लोग किसी भी बात पे.
Yeah, हो जाते हैं, but I hope that they understand that this film is not about offending any religion or any festival. It is in fact celebrating a festival.
Celebrating that, right.
And I come from a very like with my limited experience, I can say that every festival is a festival of love. Be it Eid, be it Diwali, be it Holi. Diwali, you call your family over and you celebrate together. That's your spreading love, right? So it's not that it's love in a very derogatory manner. It's nothing that people can come into the film and say, yeah, I think they've insulted. It's not about religion. It's just a happy film, and love can happen anywhere. It doesn't
definitely happen. And Navratri is something which is celebrated all across the world. Wherever Indians are, they celebrate it with fervor, and they look forward to it. Those 9 nights, they look forward to it like anything.
Yeah, So that's exactly, once you see the film also, I hope the trailer also communicated the same thing, and once the film comes out, they'll see that there's nothing that's offensive. This is for a long time, I would say, it's a film you can watch with your parents, you can watch with your family, you can watch it with your kids, everybody can go and watch it and they'll enjoy it.
Okay, and I think Salman sir said, I think wonderfully a lot of things, as I was telling you a short while back, that the way even he talks, it seems like Salim Saab is talking now. Because he just narrates as if that he is just telling you a story. And जब उन्होंने बताया कि that उनकी एक film थी My Punjabi Nikah, which he wanted to be a part of, and so after a point of time he was doing other films, and Suhail Khan apparently saw you in Gold's Gym. You used to work out over there. कि that मेहनती लड़का है, अपने काम से काम रखता है, and all that stuff. And then you somehow maybe stopped coming to the gym or whatever happened that way. So do you realize that maybe even before getting married into the household, you could have been launched by Salman Khan? Did you realize that?
No, never. I used to work out at Gold Gym. That time I was studying in Bombay. I never thought that I would be an actor one day. So I used to meet Solbhai in the gym. So just you just say hello, hi, because I obviously have seen his films, I've seen his work before. So I just say hello, hi, and that's about it. Never had a conversation with him. I never knew that he was looking for me, and after that I moved my gym, I went to a separate gym and worked out, never got to know.
Okay, so so he came in apparently last when you had gone to the household for asking the hand of Arpita. So I think it's as filmy as it gets. There's so many I think stories which have been there even apart from that, how Suhail Khan got married, and I think the same Maulvi who had performed the marriage of Salim Saab. He was the same guy who did for Suhail as well. So that's so many stories which have been there in that house.
Imagine the fact when Arpita called me and she told me, come home today evening, Salman bhai wants to meet you. What must have gone through me? I said, oh God, I'm meeting my girlfriend's brother. I hope this goes well. If it doesn't go well, I don't know what I'm going to do. And usually, people genuinely don't want to meet their girlfriend's boyfriends, like brothers, sorry. And suddenly you're meeting Salman Khan. So that fear of meeting him, and then, I was like, how do I even go to that conversation saying that I want to marry your sister? Like, I have no idea. I still can't realize that actually that day I managed to successfully convince him. And then Sohalbhai was there, who added to a little bit of confusion.
But I'm sure that since he already had seen you, so maybe he must have only put in a positive word.
No, he was positive, but the only thing is that time he took him by and said, he's like, Salman bhai, I want to talk to you. Suddenly I said, okay, I don't know if, is there something wrong? Does he want to say something? And he's evidently taken Salman bhai. And Salman bhai and Sohalbhai come out of the room laughing. And he just looked at Arpita and said, he's so screwed. And I said, I don't know what is going on. I had no idea. It's only after the marriage, bhai told me that
this was the conversation.
Yeah.
All right, and someone asked him at the press conference that what are the qualities that you feel that Aayush should be taking from you? So he said that koi qualities nahi chahiye, he's married to my sister. That's pressure actually. That is pressure.
No, actually, I think.
And you subtle तरीके से उन्होंने बाकी बता दिया कि रात में जल्दी सो जाना चाहिए. मतलब it's like.
Well, I don't think so. रात को तो जल्दी सो नहीं पाऊंगा मैं, because he's trained me in a way that I can't. I can only sleep for 3-4 hours. I don't sleep a lot.
Oh.
Yeah. So when I was his assistant, before I started assisting him, I used to sleep for good 8-9 hours, proper sleep and everything. Since I started working with him, he said a man needs only 3 hours of sleep. And he trained me in a way, because I used to AD him, and after finishing the film, we used to go back and train and do all that things at the film. They used to end by 2 a.m. So then after that you relax, unwind, and also used to sleep at 4 a.m. and wake up at about 7 a.m., 8 a.m., go to set.
My goodness. What are how's the experience of being an AD on a Salman Khan set?
Mind-blowing. I think you can learn a lot. It is an institution, like the whole set, especially assisting Kabir Khan, Ali and Suraj Bajate sir, was like a film school, because they come from different school of thought when it comes to making a film. Having said that, having Salman bhai play different characters and the ease he brings in front of the camera, there's so much to learn. Like, I had a little bit of acting workshop before I became an AD. You learn something in an acting workshop, you understand what acting is all about, but how to implement it in real life.
Sure.
What a whole environment of a set is, that is something that is very important. And how he approaches a scene, how he would think about his scene, which is a very nice thing, because he makes people believe that he doesn't really think about his performance.
He does.
Like he goes like, I'm very casual, it doesn't happen, but it is, It is something that during Bajrangi there was a small scene that he had to do. That scene when they're in the river next to Kashmir, and it's one small montage scene where Nawazuddin sir and Bhai just drinking water and Munni is there. They pretend that did you use the lube? For that scene, he was having a conversation for 2 hours. And a random conversation in the car that he was talking about, I was a school kid, I used to do this, I used to do that, and that time the bathrooms were not available. He's talking and I was like, what happened to us? Like early in the morning at 8 o'clock we're going to set and we are talking about random things. And when I saw the scene, when he executed the scene, I said, this is actually that he was trying to create a world for himself to do that scene. Just such a small scene, but he gets involved to that level that he doesn't want even one scene for him to be out of character.
No, he's got a tremendous observation. He makes it seem like that he's not observing, but he is.
Yeah.
Which is very, very interesting actually. All right, and now the director of the film, Abhiraj, he was the first AD on Sultan.
Yeah.
And which makes it very interesting because in fact Salman Sir had a lot of good things to say about him as well.
Yeah.
And obviously if you're the first AD of Sultan, which is such a big hit, and not merely a big hit, it's a good film actually in terms of the way it was shot and conceived, and the idea behind the film is nice as well. So is that a factor as well? That I'm sure that you guys must have. Even he was assistant, you were assistant, you must have met at that point of time as well. Yeah. So the bonding, did that bonding help?
Not really. And during the sets of Sultan, he was very strict.
Acha, he was?
Yeah, I was a junior most, he was the first AD, I used to get yelled left, right and center.
Oh, okay.
And the day Bhai said, I think Abhiraj should direct the film, I was like, no, Bhai, he is going to yell throughout the film. I said, oh God, Abhiraj is coming on board. But luckily, he was surprising. He's a very calm guy. I think as a first AD, when you have so many responsibilities, you are like very stressed and you're working hard.
Hyper something.
Yeah, but as a director, he was very calm. He was very understanding, and also we used to really have discussions. Like one thing that's very good about Abhiraj is that it's not that if I feel that something's not working, he would go and say, you know what, I'll anyway just do it. So we used to have this healthy conversation that, bro, you like this scene? He's like, yeah, I like this scene. I was like, okay, can I give one more take? That's my take.
Right.
And you see on the edit table if my take is working better or your thing. So he was very understanding in giving. So it was a very collective effort, which also helped me get involved into the film. Like he was very honest. He used to come and say, listen, I can't find a track. Can you talk to someone? You listen to a lot of music. Do you have any good songs? So we had spent about 4-5 months only making the album of the film.
Oh, that's interesting. That's interesting. Okay, now Salman Sir also said, I think, a very interesting thing at the promo launch that see what happens is that he said that during his time, once you're launched and after that there were many films that did not work and they still had people coming back to them.
Yeah.
Be it Amir, be it Salman, be it Akshay Kumar. He was also mentioned about Mr. Bachchan, how he got his first big hit after so many films which did not work. But he said that in today's day and age, that luxury is not there. So either you perform, you deliver, and after that, 1 or 2 more chances, and that's about it.
Yeah.
Is that something that worries you into just making sure that your first film should just work at the box office? Because see, ultimately, you may be having Salman Khan backing you, but at the end of the day, people will come in the theaters because of Aayush Sharma and Varina Hussain, who's your co-star.
Yeah. See, honestly, you're exactly right that he can give us a platform. What we do on that platform is completely up to us. And if people accept us, it's very important for the people to accept us. Yes, it is. There is a kind of pressure because, see, I'm a 90s kid. I've grown up putting posters of actors in my room.
Sure.
So that time I used to put a poster and it was not very easy to just take a poster out. So you would put a poster of the actor you love and adore. That
definitely.
I love this guy and I want him on my wall forever. Nowadays, all the actors have become wallpapers. Your wallpaper can change every Friday. So people have become very impatient and people judge instantly. And in the era of social media, the whole idea has changed, like how films are promoted. It's based on a promo, based on a trailer that people are going to judge you in 2 minutes. In 2 minutes, are you good or are you bad? If you fail to leave an impact in 2 minutes, people might not show up. And maybe you get good word of mouth, but that opening is not going to be there. Or maybe if you don't have a box office collection, people might not accept you as an actor. So there are many factors that work into this, and plus also everybody in the industry now is so good. Like everybody's working hard, everybody's trained, everybody is giving their 100%. So even you cannot take that luxury, like I cannot take that luxury that Salman Bhai is there, so oh yeah, I'll have a second film. Because I completely understand that at the end of the day, it's people put money to make a film. as much.
And people pay money to buy to watch a film.
It is like nobody would want to make if I'm not working, if I'm not good as an actor.
Yeah.
Even if I'm related to whoever I'm related to, that person gonna mount a 30 crore film on me again. He's gonna say, listen, you got your shot, but you didn't make it. So now we can't keep mounting films on you again and again.
Right.
And that's truth, you know. If that was the case, there are a lot of actors in the film industry who belong to big families but didn't make it as actors, you know. And there are people who who didn't have any background in the film industry, became big superstars.
Definitely. So it all, I think, boils down to hard work and the fact that people like you. In fact, Varina Hussain said that about the military training, which you have been taking for 4 years. Apparently. So how has that been like?
So the joke, I said it on stage also, is that we call it Galaxy Institute of Performing Arts.
Galaxy Institute of Performing Arts.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I said, bhai, you have our own institute where you have graduates. You know, you have Sonakshi's there, Katrina's there, and Ritik sir trained under bhai, and all the people that bhai's mentored, and how slowly batch by batch people have been coming to the industry. So I said that when I joined, when bhai put me onto a training regime, next morning I woke up, I got a schedule. 7 a.m. gymnastics, 7 to 9 gymnastics, then break for half an hour, then you go into diction, then you break for half an hour, then you go into acting, then you break, then you go for eat lunch, then you go for dance class, then you go to the gym, then you go for stretching, and that's your end of the day. So I saw this, I was like, oh, I want to become an actor, and what is this army school deadline that I've been given? It's like get up at 7 o'clock and you're like up and about,
right.
Full day running from one class to another, one class to another. I was like, okay, this is, because Salman just said, you want me to do this? This is very difficult. He said, yeah, this is what being an actor is all about.
Right.
So that was all the people who he mentors and everybody who we meet at Galaxy. We joke around. We said that if we don't become actors, for sure we can go and join the army because we are trained to do all this. Like, you know, action, gymnastics, jump, and I'm sure army is just a small joke that, you know, we should try for army because after 4 years we can't become actors. That's a good perspective for us.
How do you react to the fact that your son is a superstar in his own right? So everyone talks about him, and each time his picture comes with Salman Khan, it's like an internet breaking picture. How do you react to those moments?
It's lovely.
Everyone knows his name. That अगर Ahil जो है वो अगर किसी को आप जिक्र करेंगे तो it's only going to be Ahil, who's Aayush's son, Salman's nephew, and that's what people talk about.
Sir, I think he's privileged. He was born with this kind of love.
Ji.
People, because he's related to Salman bhai, I have not done anything. He's not done anything for people to give him that kind of love and attention. It's because of the love that bhai has that translates onto him.
Right.
And I've seen people giving him a lot of love, affection, even when we travel abroad. It's a funny instance. Recently, I was in New York. My teaser has come out, and somebody is walking during Central Park. Like, you're Ahil's father, right? So I said, yeah. I said, yeah. Like, out of Salman bhai's relative, Arpita's husband, you're getting launched in Loveratri, nothing. It comes to you're Ahil's father, right?
Ahil's father.
Yeah, that's my new identity. But it's nice. It's a kind of love that he gets. It's very sweet.
Right.
And that's why we like to have him all over. We take him for events because he's such a happy kid. He likes people. He likes to be out there. And even Touchwood, the media has been very nice to him. They've been very kind to him. Even when we step out, be it photographers or anything, even the days when he's sleeping, they won't disturb him. So I think this kind of love that he's getting, he's very lucky.
Okay, so what sort of conversations do you have with Salim Saab? Because, you know, he's a man of wisdom. He's someone who's seen a lot. He has seen all sorts of, I think, all sorts of things that I think anyone can ever think of.
Yeah.
Extremely secular guy and humanitarian as well in the best possible manner. Because, you know, why I'm asking is, you just mentioned about the fact that Salman's nephew, Arpita's husband, Ahil's father, that way now obviously everyone will know you as Aayush Sharma as well. But, you know, to have that level-headedness, you know, to understand that everything is happening around you, it's maybe happening for a reason, and important part is to just absorb everything rather than just reacting in any way which is negative for that matter. Has Salim Saab given you any tips? Has he spoken to you? What does he say? Have you learnt anything from him?
A lot. I think every time we go have lunch with him, you will have conversations. and the conversations go from politics, it goes from politics to religion, it goes to religion to society, to international matters, and he's so well versed with what's happening,
right,
that sometimes you just want to share, just ask him for, I have this opinion, what do you think about it? So it doesn't really need to be about film industry, it can be about anything, and he has an opinion about everything. Having said that, he has always been very helpful in one sense that when I was training, he never stopped. He said, listen, Salman is training you, you please do what he is asking you to do, because he knows what works today. I can point out what's a mistake in the film. So once we shot the film, we got the film ready, we said, please watch it. So he said, I will only watch it to find the fault in the film. I will not judge the film. Wow. I will only find the fault, because my experience, I can find the fault. What are the commercial elements that Salman will look into it? I will only look into that. Surprisingly, the most sweetest thing that he came to me was that after watching the film, he came out and said, I can judge a person based on what he is in real life. I can see if he can make it or he can't make it.
Right.
He's like, I'm surprised at what you did. I didn't expect this out of you. And that was the most sweetest thing for me. For me, that's my filmfare. For me, that's my best debutant. For somebody from like Salim, because he doesn't mince his words. If he doesn't like something, he'll come out of the room and say, listen, I don't think so this film should work. Right. Just keep it as a home video. Okay. So he's very capable of doing that. He does that to a lot of films. I've heard that in the past also he used to tell, if the film is not good, he'll tell Salman, but just keep it in the library. We'll watch it as a home video, but don't release this film. So he's very honest like that. So that was very important. He told me one thing. He said that he had told Salman back in the day when he was getting launched, and he's saying the same thing to me. He said, "You are going to, if you can be your worst enemy, nobody can take you down. Only you can take yourself down. Everything works for you in that sense." So that is very motivating, very positive for me.
What's your message for Arpita? She is totally hands-on involved with everything that's going on in your life right now, and I think as Salman sir said that day as well, that she just wants her husband's movie to do well anyhow. So what's her state of mind right now, and how do you guys just interact right now, especially because the movie is coming out?
I think now the conversation is revolving around Loveratri. We don't because I've been busy with something. She's busy. She's handling the production of the film. She's getting involved, she understands the PR, she's tracking everything. So we meet for a couple of hours. And I think when we meet, it's like the load down of the whole day. What happened in your Loveratri moments, what happened with me, what am I doing? So with a conversation like that, she's very excited, she's very emotional. I honestly didn't expect this out of her because, she has seen so many trailer launches, she's seen so many films that happen, she's grown up in a film family. That kind of excitement and that kind of enthusiasm that she has towards my film is very special. And I can say that it's not my dream anymore to become an actor, it's our dream. She's working like every day and night, she keeps working just to make sure that everything is falling into place.
Right.
That I'm not stressed in any which way. Like she's one of the most important support system. Even if there's something negativity on anything, if I'm a little low, she'll come and she'll say, don't worry, it happens, you just have to go stronger, you have to go, keep working harder and people will see it. One day you will connect with people. And that is something that is very important for me because she's that one source of encouragement.
Definitely.
Because there's certain things, because of Salman Bhai's seniority, you can't really discuss a lot of things with Salman Bhai.
Definitely.
Because he's working a full day, you can't go with small things and start having a conversation with him. So Arpita has always been that person, and so is Sol Bhai. That if anything I need to share with them, it's like Sol Bhai or Arpita, and I call them up and I talk about something and they're like always there for me. Like during the rushes, I would call Sol Bhai, like in the middle of the night, Sol Bhai, can you just come and watch the film? I just want to understand if the scene is working. So I think I've shown in the film 10-15 times now, just to correct things and is it working, and he's always been there.
Great. Ayush, we'd like to end this interview on a rapid fire with you.
Yes.
Alright, so rapid fire with Aayush Sharma. If you could ask one question to the following people, what would you ask? Amir Khan.
Sir, how do you choose your scripts? What's the process?
Okay. Salim Saab.
What was the thought when you were writing Sholay?
What was the thought that when
you were writing Sholay?
Okay. What would you like to ask Shah Rukh Khan? Because apparently you have a fine. He's one of your idols as well. That's what you said the other day.
Yeah. I would say, please teach me how to be so good that one day I can romance a tree, and that also works on screen.
That's what he says.
I would ask him. I would say, please teach me that. You are so good on screen, and I want to do that. I want to replicate that kind of. If I can one day have that power of doing this, and people will fall in love. I hope I can achieve that.
Okay. What would you like to ask Katrina Kaif?
how do you work out for 2-3 hours a day? She really works out a lot and she stays fit every time and she just loves her workout.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't want to go to the gym and Salman and Katrina in the gym.
Okay, if you met the following filmy characters, what would you do? Okay, if you met the following filmy characters, if you met Shakti from Secret Superstar.
I actually have not seen Secret Superstar, so I don't know the character.
Achha, you have not seen it?
No, not seen.
Okay, if you meet Raj from DDLJ.
Oh, Raj, I'll take that jacket, I'll take the guitar.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll take the jacket, I'll take the guitar and just go to Punjab. Try to replicate that moment.
Alright, what would you do if you meet Pan Singh from Pan Singh Tomar? You've seen Pan Singh Tomar?
Yes, I've seen Pan Singh Tomar. Well, if I meet Pan Singh Tomar, then I'll certainly understand some acting.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Irfan.
Yeah, I'll do it. Wow, Irfan sir.
Bittu from Band Baja Barat.
Bittu. I would ask, what do I ask Bittu?
Yeah.
I'll ask Bittu, yaar, how is he so honest? Yeah, his honesty. I think Bittu became an iconic role. It is something that what Ranveer has done in Bittu, it became iconic for all debutants.
Okay, if you meet Haider, Shahid Kapoor, yeah?
When I think of Haider, I can only think of that one scene when he shaves his head off and he does that scene after that.
Right.
In the middle of the market. Wow. What was going in his mind when he did that? Yeah.
Okay, if you woke up as the following people, what would you do? If you woke up as Salman Khan, what would you do?
I said somewhere, but I think I'll change this time. If I wake up as Salman Khan, I think I'll step out. I'll go and go to bandstand and just start jogging.
He does that?
No, he doesn't do it anymore, but I think I'll do that. I think I'll love that I'll just go to see the reactions.
Okay, if you woke up as Varun Dhawan, what would you do?
Varun Dhawan? I will, okay, I won't say that. If I woke up as Varun Dhawan, I think I'll take Aayush to a good dance class where he goes. He's taken me to a good gym, so I think he should take me to a nice dance class where he learned how to dance.
Oh, okay. What would you do if you woke up as Ranveer Singh?
If I wake up as Ranveer Singh, I'll call Rohan Shrestha and it'll be a conversation Rohan and Ranveer have. I think Rohan knows what I'm going to say, but I'm not going to say it on camera.
Okay, if you woke up as Amir Khan, what would you do?
Cast Aayush Sharma in his next film.
Cast Amir. Okay, that's interesting. Okay, so now within Rapid Fire, we have this segment called Ye Ya Wo.
Okay.
So either or. So you have to just choose one of them. Okay. Facebook या Instagram?
Instagram.
Okay. Vada pav या pav bhaji?
Pav bhaji.
Chicken tikka या chicken seekh kebab?
Chicken seekh kebab.
Chicken seekh kebab. Okay. Kabir Khan या Ali Abbas Zafar?
Kabir.
Kabir.
Yeah, sorry Ali.
Okay, okay. Suhail या Arbaz?
Suhail bhai.
Okay. If Arpita has to choose, Ahil या Aayush?
Ahil.
Okay. Selfie या autograph?
Selfie.
Okay. Manoj Bajpayee या Nawazuddin Siddiqui?
Nawaz sir.
Okay. Satya या Gangs of Wasseypur?
Satya.
All right. So that's pretty interesting. So I think you've given out whatever you had to. You've not been diplomatic. So Aayush Sharma, wonderful talking to you.
Thank you.
Would like to say something to your fans. They've been watching you live on Facebook right now on BollywoodHungama. Any final thoughts that you'd like to share with them?
Thank you so much for joining in and being a part of this beautiful interview. And thank you, sir, for having me.
Thank you.
It's a dream come true to be getting interviewed by him. I've seen your interviews a couple of times, and finally I've made it over here. So it's a very nice moment for me. And thank you so much. I hope you liked it. And if you do like it, please follow my Instagram account. Sorry, I was just plugging in. Watch my film also on 5th October. I've been told to plug in the film wherever I can.
All right, so wonderful talking to Aayush Sharma, and all the best wishes for Loveratri and all your future ventures. Thank you so much.
Thanks, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Hi, this is Aayush Sharma and you're watching Bollywood Hungama.